Hey beauty, it's Ker-Leen. Thank you for tuning back into my channel. So today I have a review of a fragrance that I have recently added to my perfume collection. I'm super excited about this fragrance because it's a year-round fragrance, but it's going to be perfect this fall. I picked up the original of this fragrance first in a 15 ml, and I loved it so much that I decided to go for the full-size bottle in the newest flanker. So I have the beauty right here, and I am so excited to get into the fragrance notes and how this fragrance makes me feel and what it brings to mind. So if you've been interested in this fragrance and you want to hear my thoughts, then please keep watching. Hey friend, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, on this channel I make videos on lifestyle, luxury, I do review videos, and I also sprinkle in a little bit of my motherhood journey. So if any of those things sound interesting to you, then I would love it if you would become a part of the family by hitting that subscribe button, and also be sure to turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when my videos drop. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so as I mentioned, I recently picked up Mula Mula by Byron Parfums. And when I first smelled this, I was immediately blown away. I started to see reviews on this fragrance and it sounded so delicious, but it was a different take on a gourmand. It was a more fruity gourmand, and I felt like it would be a nice addition to my perfume collection. I wasn't sure though that I wanted to splurge on the full bottle, so what I decided to do is go for this cute little 15 ml bottle. I've sprayed this nonstop since I've gotten it. It is perfect no matter the time of day. It's a beautiful everyday type of scent. It's perfect for different points of the day, I feel like, in my opinion. Like I could wear this in the morning, in the afternoon, for like a lunch meeting, and I can wear this on a date night. It is a very, very versatile fragrance in my opinion. And I think it's because it has some different facets to it. So it has fruits, it has caramel, and it has a nice woody base. It has a light oud at the base. So let's get into the notes for this first one. I will spray it on my left hand, and then we're going to get into the newest one in just a moment. So on Fragrantica, the notes are listed as caramel, peach, raspberry, and strawberry at the top of this fragrance. I will say that I definitely get a strawberry in this fragrance at the top. I do detect some of the other notes as well. It has a very, very fruity opening, but what remains and what stands out the most to my nose is the strawberry note in here, and that's probably because the strawberry that's in here is the same exact strawberry that I smell in Burberry Her's Elixir. And I have that fragrance, and the strawberries are very identical. So to my nose, strawberries are the prominent note in this fragrance. Now at the mid of this fragrance, we have ginger, pink pepper, and labdanum. Now I don't quite get the ginger. I'm gonna spray this in just a second, but the ginger doesn't stand out to me. What stands out to me is the brightness and the soft spiciness of that pink pepper, and then the labdanum I feel like stands out as well. I feel like the labdanum starts to make this a little bit resinous and ambery. So those are the notes I feel like stand out to me as this fragrance starts to dry down. Labdanum is a very interesting note because it adds a resinous feel and an ambery feel to the fragrance, and it also has like this touch of masculinity, and I think it's because it's been associated to leather, so you get like a leather facet. So I think that this fragrance, although it smells just beautiful, it's a very interesting fragrance in the note breakdown, and when you really like take your time to smell it, all of those different notes really come together and play nicely together. And I think it's fun to try to like see which notes I can actually pick up on. So yeah, this is definitely very, very interesting. At the base, this has vanilla, musk, oud, and patchouli. Don't get the patchouli at all, really. I don't detect the patchouli at all, but I do really detect that oud. However, it is a light oud. It adds this interest to the fragrance, and so if you're nervous about oud and you're not sure, you know, how you're gonna feel about it, you don't want to smell manly, you don't like those hay-like facets or textures in your fragrance, this is not that. The oud is like a really sexy, sophisticated, woody base that really grounds this fragrance and keeps it from feeling too playful. So that's why I say you can wear this for like a date night or an evening dinner, evening out, because this maintains a sophistication and a seriousness, for lack of a better term, because it has that really nice light oudy woody base. So don't let the oud scare you off. This is not like oud heavy or oud forward. It's just a nice light touch of sophistication, touch of woodiness at the base. So let's go ahead and spray this on my hand. Okay, so we've got Mula Mula on the left hand. Y'all, this is intoxicating. It is intoxicating. It is such a gorgeous fragrance. Wow, 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 wow. Now that I'm smelling it on my hand and sort of concentrating on the notes, I am picking up on that pink pepper and ginger combination. It opens with the fruitiness, then you start to pick up on that ginger and that pink pepper combo. I'm starting to pick up on that now. This is good. This is so, so good. I definitely detect the caramel, the peach, the strawberry at the opening. Then the pink pepper and the ginger start to come in and play. The labdanum, I feel like, gives it like this ambery sort of resinous feel. And then on the dry down, that's when you start getting that vanilla, that light musk. And this dries down so beautifully. The sillage on this fragrance, y'all, is absolutely amazing. It is unlike any other fragrance that I have. People will smell you when you walk by, and it is such a beautiful sillage. It's so soft. It lands so softly. It's not like a harsh, overwhelming sillage. It's a soft sillage with a beautiful sweet and fruity smell. The scent trail is just absolutely gorgeous on this fragrance. And then lasting power. Y'all, this lasts all day on skin and on clothes. I'm highly impressed with this fragrance. It is so long lasting. So this house is a house I think you all should check out if you have been looking for fragrances that are long lasting, a little bit more interesting than your typical fragrance, that leave a beautiful scent trail. You will get your money's worth with this house for sure. Oh yeah, the caramel note in here is absolutely beautiful. This is a very fruity, dense fragrance with a nice woody base. It is chef's kiss. All right, so now let's talk about Mula Mula Double Caramel, my full-size purchase from this house, the latest addition to my collection that I am so excited about. As you can see, this is how it came packaged. It is gorgeous. Packaging is absolutely gorgeous. Has the letter B on top here, and it opens up like this. I'm gonna try and take it out of here without dropping my bottle. So double caramel is an amped up version of the one I just showed you. At the top of this fragrance, you have, again, that beautiful caramel, you have peach, and you have ginger. So instead of ginger being at the mid, now it's at the top. It's a top note. And now, interestingly enough, the heart notes of this fragrance are raspberry, vanilla, and strawberry. So instead of the strawberry and the raspberry being at the top, now they are at the mid with the vanilla. And then at the base, you have oud and patchouli. So I haven't worn this fragrance for a full day's wear, but this fragrance now is going to dry down. Instead of drying down with vanilla and musk, it's going to dry down with that oud and that patchouli. So that should be interesting. So let's go ahead and spray this fragrance on this hand here. Okay, so at the top of this, when I first spray it, you get a burst of that zestiness and that fruitiness, and I will attribute the zestiness and the freshness to the ginger. So the opening of this, you get that burst of ginger, that zestiness, that zing. Then the caramel came in, and then immediately after the caramel, I started to get the vanilla mixed with those berries in here, the raspberry and the strawberry. So the mid of this is very vanillic, which I quite enjoy. What's lingering right now at the mid is a strawberry note, which is the same strawberry that I detect in Burberry Her Elixir. Yeah, so this gets really like sticky sweet at the mid, And I love that about it. So this is even more sticky sweet than the original. And speaking of the original, it's drying down to a light musky vanilla. That's what it's drying down like on my skin. Yeah, so you get a lot of vanilla in these fragrances. The vanilla in this one, in Mula Mula, is it develops as the fragrance dries down. In the deep dry down, you'll get a vanilla with a light musk. Double Caramel's vanilla is more so at the mid, and it plays with the berries at the mid. So the mid is very sticky sweet. I do still get a caramel vibe at the mid of this fragrance. So it's almost like the caramel facet is sticking around a little bit. Yeah, but it's like very, very sticky, sweet, caramel infused berry, strawberry, raspberry. It's the texture of caramel, but it has the nuance of like a starburst. So think of the texture of caramel, the nuance of like a strawberry starburst put together. That's what you get at the mid of Double Caramel. So I would say the Double Caramel is more gourmand than the original. The original is gourmand as well, but it's a little bit more fruity, a little bit more playful, a little less dense. This one is more dense. You get a lot of that sticky sweetness at the mid, which is the longest part of the wear. Honestly, both of these are beautiful, and I guess it just depends on what you're looking for. This is exactly what I was looking for. I wanted something a little bit more gourmand, more sticky sweet. But if you like caramel fragrances and you're looking for something that's great for year-round, day-to-day, that you can wear during the daytime, I would say opt for this one, especially if you're not like a big gourmand lover. This is great for people who just want a little bit of gourmand, but not like completely edible, right? This one is for the gourmand lovers, I would say. Both of these are for gourmand lovers, but this one, I feel like gourmand lovers will really enjoy this fall and winter, because this is what we're looking for this fall and winter. We're looking for a sticky sweet, we're looking for edible smelling, we're looking for mouth-watering type of gourmand fragrances. So I would say check this one out if that's you, and if you're looking for something year-round and you like gourmands but you're not trying to smell like actual food, then this would be a nice option. I would say that's really the biggest difference between the two. And also in this one, you get the caramel, the peach, the strawberry, the raspberry at the top. It's like a burst of all of that. And then you get the ginger and the pink pepper at the mid. I kept referring to this as the original, but this actually goes by the name Mula Mula Narcotic by Byron Parfums. And this one is Mula Mula Double Caramel. If you want more of the pink berries, more of the soft spiciness at the mid for the longest part of the wear, then I would say opt for this. If you're looking for a more vanillic, sticky, sweet mid, then go for this one, because you have vanilla, strawberries, and raspberry at the mid of this one. And I feel like you still get that caramel that's lingering a bit, because the caramel doesn't come in right away. I feel like what comes in right away for this one is the ginger and the pink pepper. Then I start to get the caramel with this one, and then the berries and the vanilla start to come in after. So if you want a more vanillic mid, this is you. If you want a more soft spicy mid, this is you. Both of these fragrances have a beautiful caramel note. If you love caramel, you will love these fragrances. And they both have an oud and a patchouli at the base, but honestly, I don't get any patchouli to my nose. I do get a light oud that is just perfect for beginners like myself who are not familiar with oud, who are just venturing into it. So yeah, that wraps up my thoughts on these fragrances. Let me know down below, if you were to pick these up right now, like right this second, would you pick up the Narcotic, or does the Double Caramel sound like more of your thing? Drop it down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and if it was helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up on your way out, because that helps my channel grow. Also, if you enjoy the content, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button to join the family, and the notification bell so you never miss another video. All right, y'all, so I wanted to share a little encouraging thought with you before I leave and before you click off of this video. So today, I had what's called a proposal defense for my doctoral program, and I surprisingly did really well. Not surprising in the sense that I don't believe in myself, but surprising because it's a very difficult, heavy lift in this program that is already a challenging program. And one of the things that one of my professors said to me is that I needed to own it. Like I said, I was really nervous about this heavy lift, and it showed. Although I was sure of myself, I wasn't quite owning it. And they reminded me today that I needed to own it. So I want to remind you today that whatever it is that you are doing, whether it be work related, whether it be family related, whether it be creative, like what I'm doing right now, I want to remind you to own it. One of the easiest things to do is to engage in negative self-talk. You know, I can't do this. I don't think I can do this. This is not going to turn out well. Maybe this is not going to work out for me. Maybe this isn't for me. Like, that's easy. But the difficult part about each of our journeys is really owning what we're doing and engaging in positive self-talk. So I wanted to remind you today to own what you're doing, engage in some positive self-talk this week. I can do it. I am the right person for the job. I was created for this. I was put here for such a time as this. This is going to work out for my good. There will be blessings on the other side of this opportunity for me. There will be blessings on the other side of my work. I am knowledgeable. I can do this. I'm talented. I am gifted. I am ready for this. I consider myself a really positive person, but even for me, a really positive person, these thoughts will creep in. And so I want to remind you this week to own it. And one of the ways that we can begin to own it is, practically speaking, through engaging in some positive self-talk. So I'll be over here doing the exact same thing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one very soon. Bye.